Did you know that if you focused on collecting plastics, you get employment, earn a living, and also save the environment from degradation? In today's program, we are going to learn how some people's lives have been transformed through collecting plastic waste in Kawempe Division, Kampala.
I find it so busy because every time I'm in the field searching for plastic bottles. That's where I get money from.
When did you start collecting plastics?
I've spent like 7 years collecting plastics because for me I was an orphan. I was on the streets of Kampala. I came to Kawempe because it's where the stores where they buy plastic bottles from. So I started collecting the plastic bottles because I had no job and I wasn't educated enough. I had no experience to go and look for other jobs. So I started searching for plastic bottles so that I can get money to get what to eat. I just found myself moving because for me I was just rattling around searching for what to eat. So I just saw some children, they were also picking the plastic bottles. I also asked, how much do they buy the plastic bottles? I start picking also because I don't have something what to eat. Because I found them and told them, hey, I'm hungry, I need something to eat. They just told me, no, if you want to get something to eat, just catch one big sack, start collecting the bottles, you take to the other place, they are buying them a kilo, it's at this amount, you will get your money and get what to eat. Because for me, I used to just go to these people who sell sugar canes on the road. Yeah? I just picked those ones which they have left. Those ones.
And you also chew again.
Yeah, because I was hungry, I had no any single coin in my pockets. So that's the only option I had. But when I started picking the bottles, at least I can get what to eat. Yeah.
So how was your experience on your first day of picking plastics?
My first experience, it's like, for me, I never had any experience in picking at first.
Like your first day?
My first day.
How was it? What can you recall?
I carried a big sack, but I got only 2K. But I thank to God because I never had it. Even at first, I never had any single coin. But when I got that 2K, I was even too happy because I had nothing to eat. But that 2K, it's a big money when you're in Bwaise. You can get what to eat. Even at 1.5, you get a plate of sweet potatoes and meat.
By the time you became an orphan, which class were you?
I was still in primary 6.
Okay. So in this place of Bwaise, exactly in which villages do you collect the plastics? How far do you go?
I got proceed to Lugova, Kawempe, to Matuga. We move long distances because these plastics, they are not easily found. Nowadays we are so many people who pick these plastics because everyone has got some value in picking the plastics. And they don't need any capital. You just get your big sack and start collecting from places. You'll be moving on the roads because people usually drink water. They just right around, they throw out the plastic bottles on the road for you. Get your big sack and start picking the bottles from the main road.
But in a day, how many hours does it take you to fill your sack or to have that maximum that you think you earn enough for that day?
It's very difficult to get a full sack during the day. So you have to struggle. Even you have to go into the streams because it's where all the plastic bottles are mainly found. So you have even to go in the streams. You pick out the dirty ones. It's very difficult to get a full sack, but as for us, we have spent many years. We know where we can pick them from because they are mainly in the streams.
So you have the tactics?
Yeah, I have the tactics of picking them because for me, I don't fear even fishes or what. Even if
fishes?
Because you have seen a bottle and they are not easily found on the roads now. you go in the streams, but in the streams you find there when it's too dirty, the feces are there. You know, people they usually dispose human waste.
So can you relate that that first year and the 7 years? Any differences in this work that you do?
Yeah, I've seen a
How
very
was it
big.
before and now? What difference can you tell in managing this work of yours?
At first, the first year, even during day, you may find me when I'm not even having any single coin in my pockets. But now, I'm not the person who has a problem of 5K. That 5K, it's not my problem. I can get it. I have it in the pockets. Even when I get sick, I can go for medication from by myself. I'm just advising the youth to stop undermining this business because it's where we get money, and it doesn't need any capital to invest in. Those youths who just go and grab some people's phones on the streets of Kampala, this is a serious job where even you can get much money than grabbing someone's phone where you're going to sell it at 10K, and where sometimes you're caught and beaten to death. But here, nobody is going to do anything to you. You're just going to pick out your plastics, get some money, and you move the life better.
Katushabe Sylvia, a mother and resident of Kazo, Angola, says through collecting plastics, she has been able to provide for her family.
Amanya gange nze Katushabe Sylvia.
Obeera wa?
Beera Kazangu.
I'm Katushabe Sylvia. I stay in Kazo, Angola. What persuaded me to start this job of picking plastic is because I didn't have a job. My husband had abandoned me with my children. So I got courage and started searching for plastics last year. This job is not bad. It's very good. You get some money that support your family. I have managed to pay some school fees for my children. For me, I earn 10,000. I keep 5,000 for fees, 3,000 shillings for welfare, and 2,000 shillings saving for my landlord. I advise my fellow women to respect each other. No job is bad. Come, we work.
Mu mulimo guno. Neenyumirizaamu kale nsobodde okuweererako abaana bange mu busente obutonotono neemusomesaako n'okulabirira obulamu bwange. Akasente kano kati nganze yinza okutya ne ngenda n'enkola, bwe nkolayo ng'omutwalo manye 5 kanzitereke za school fees. Ze n'etaano ziri nensobola okugulako ki ebintu oba mmere bwe biti. Nenfiisaako n'ebbiri neŋŋamba zino nja kuwaako landirooti mu mpolampola.
Kuba kakibawa abakyala baneeyo abaliyo nga banyooma emirimu nga gino.
Era abakyala mbakuutira tebanyooma mulimu, tewaliiyo mulimu mubi, bajje tukole.
Kintu Isma, the project manager Friends for Life plastic waste site in Nakamiro Zone, Kawempe Division, says mobilizing youths into collecting plastics has greatly helped to change the mindset of most youths in the community who are unemployed, but however notes that they face a number of challenges which need to be addressed.
Here, what we do as a project is mobilizing and counseling youth from our area by encouraging them to start working than waiting to be employed, to enable them earn a living and also promote environmental conservation and good sanitation in this place. Because plastic bottles are dangerous, especially in this slimy place where we live. They would pile in trenches and cause flooding to our community. We talk to them. They smoke opium, only that now they are out for business, but we are continuing counseling that what they are doing is not good for their health, but they are responsible youth. So they bring plastics as we encourage them to save for the future. The work they do is dirty, so they have to save.
Twakiraba nga kiba kivaamu omulimu eri bo ate era n'okuyingiza erife ng'ekibiina. So abavubuka bano eno tubakumaakuma ne tubajjayo ne twogera nabo abamu banywi banjaga era lwakuba bagenze kati kuwenja naye bamyerewo ne banywa enjaga ne twogera nabo tetukibajjamu mulundi gumu nti ogenda mujjamu okunywa enjaga oba okukozesa kubba mu lunaku lumu naye tubakuumira wano eno ku projekiti yaffe mubakuumira wano ku projekiti yaffe nga webawenja nga wetwogera nabo mpolampola nti ekyo kyokola kyabulabe eri obulamu bwo kitya nti wononywa enjaga tekisi kya mugaso naye ate osobola obeera omuntu ow'omugaso so nga bwawenja n'aleeta ecupa eno ne tugipima ne tubatingizaamu n'embeera ey'okubakubiriza okusevinganga akasente kuba otegerekera ebiseera ebyo mu maaso ffe ng'ekibiina kya Friends for Life nti bw'aleeta n'apima egumu ekitundu ne tumugamba okozesa akozi ate neyeteekera ebiseera ebyenkya kuba abantu bano gye bakolera wajjudde obukyafu balwala. Abantu baneno bye bakolamu kugamba bya bukyafu bijjudde endwadde so mu mbeera eyo ate nabo batuyambako okugenda okututegeeza mu community awajjudde aka sports embiddala zitya nti bwe batugamba nti mu kitundu kyawali Kazangola abantu babo bakwata bubi eccupa bakwata bubi obucyafu ne tugenda otutegeka ku lindepu zaffe ez'omwezi ne tugenda abantu abo ne twogerako ne tugamba nti bane temusansanya bucyafu temusansanya biki era ebintu bino twalaba engeri gye tuli mu gwaffe tugulaba nti twagala abantu bano nga tubajjemu ekyomugaso era tulina information yaabwe buli omu ne kyeyeetaaga oli omubuuza gwe nga gweyagala kufuuka muntu ki ku data waffe gwe tuŋŋaanya ng'ekibiina oli naakugamba nti nze we mba nyambiddwa mu maaso njagala okuyiga okubajja oyo n'omanya kiki kyayagala naye ngaawo tetusobola kutuukawo nga ffe tuba tetunafuna nnyo obusobozi.
As we need assistance, some have been able to change as they continue to collect plastics. So we collect, sort, wash until we take them to the recycling center, though we face challenges.
Naye ogenda okwekanga oluusi ng'obusobozi bwali butono era tera bubeera butono.
Capital is little and lay to pay at the recycling center, yet these boys expect a pay at the end. For instance, he can say, give me 5K and I save 5K, and at times it's not there. Another challenge is illness. Their savings cannot be enough for treatment and we are forced to use our profits. They lack gadgets to use in their work and we are unable to supply enough, so they are sickly most times.
Naye era ogenda okweka ngenda okulaba ng'oli yayebase wali n'ogamba ate yeyebase kikigundi yalwadde ate mu kulwala oluusi nga ka saving k'alina mu kitabo takawezaayo yazijjeyo nazikozesa kati weekanga ebiseera ebisinga tukola ki tuvunaanyizibwa okulabika nga tukola ki nga tukwata ate ku ssente ate abagoba gwe tuba tukoze ku busi ne twekumako ne tugamba tulina okujjanjaba kawenjoodo so n'okusoomozebwa okwo nakwo okusoboza okubeera nga bajjanjabibwa gubeera buzito gye tuli nga ffe kubanga bakola mu bukyafu n'ensonga esatu gadgets ze bakozesa tetuzirina tuweekanga nti bakka mu myala beetaaga gloves beetaaga gambuutu beetaaga ebikozesebwa okulabika nga beera protected naye tebanga bo bano abavubuka ba mu ghetto si ye muntu asobola okwekuliza nti kaneegulira ekyo ekitaasa obulamu bwange kubanga be bantu ffe abawansi kati weekanga naffe ate obusobozi obubya supply nga mu bujjuvu tetubirina community abasinga tebali welcoming project eno.
Community is not welcoming. They don't see the challenges you meet in collecting these materials, which are to save the environment. But we have endeavored to sensitize for our benefits to the community we live in.
Ate egizibikira senga bibeeramu ebiri amazzi ganjaala bo ne basula nga batunudde so kati yo nga community lusi abamu tebali welcoming waawo tugenza abamu tubayigiriza ne tubagaba banna ekino kye tukola ffe ng'ekibiina kituyamba ne kiyamba naffe bannaffe wetuwangaaliramu.
Kampala Capital City Authority, in collaboration with the private sector, has continued to link plastic waste collectors to companies that recycle them in promoting environmental degradation.
I supervise the workers of KCCA under solid waste management, people who collect garbage people who sweep the roads, there are people who desilt the channel, but they have formed themselves into a circle. So here we are at their collection site. They do plastic collection and recycling. They collect from the places where they work from, and then they bring it here at the site. So our work as KCCA, we support this group because these are our groups. We support them, link them to the plastic recyclers where they come and they buy from here. We also support them in trainings. For example, if we get partners who do training in recycling, they do training, they have training packages. We take this group so that they are trained. They are also trained in how to manage their books of accounts. Yeah, so the group is growing. They started small, but I can see the stock is growing here. So as KCCA, we support them, and these groups actually make our work easier. This group, it comprises of about 70% of the youth, and we realize that the youth actually, for them, they are very active. We realize that most of these plastics are picked from the channel, so it's actually mostly the activities of the youth, and they have liked it. I think it's easier for them to do it. So basically here, the majority of the people who are at the site and the ones who bring the plastics are only comprising of the youth. There is storage, but they also do the sorting. When the plastics are brought here, they have to sort, because before the recyclers come to buy, they cannot take everything. They first sort it. After sorting, you find that some plastics are also from dirty areas. They have to also first clean them before they are actually taken to recycling centers. So they do the sorting, and they separate the colors, they remove the papers from the plastic, they remove the bottle tops, they remove the caveras, because when they are bringing, they mix everything. But when they are now selling, they sell the caveras different, they sell the bottle tops different, they sell the colors different, and also the papers different. So mainly here is sorting, plus also buying from other people who bring, so that they increase on their stock when they are going to sell. Yes. Whoever can pick plastics and bring, and you can get money. We don't determine whether we are going to receive 10 people in a day, but as long as you're willing to pick and you can bring and get some money. So everyone is free to pick plastics and bring to the center. There are so many challenges. One is capacity, but also two, behavior change of people towards solid waste. Sometimes people think that solid waste is just garbage, but we realize that because now the perception is changing, solid waste is actually money. But to change that behavior, to change that perception is a big challenge. And also because in Kampala people come and go, so if you talk today to somebody and sensitize that solid waste actually there is money in it, tomorrow you'll find another person. So behavior change is a big challenge. People move with their garbage, they come and throw in the channel. That is behavior change. It doesn't mean that they are not accessing the service, but sometimes it's more of a behavior change. Like when we are dealing with the youth, now what we have done, we've portioned, we have a program of sensitizing, especially on proper solid waste management. But we are also telling them garbage is wealth, and have benefited. So for us, it has actually, and when you link them to the recyclers where they get market for their goods, it becomes easier. Actually now, sometimes we even don't need to tell them. Somebody will say, today I have not eaten, let me go and look for plastic bottles, let me go and look for caveras, let me go in this channel and pick. So there is even a scramble where you find, like, if you have a sweeper, for example, along Nabweru Road, when it rains, I have my sweepers there, about 11, but you find that everyone is looking for plastics to pick and bring to the collection site. Yes. Okay. So, are there only boys? I'm seeing only boys around, no women, no girls? Well, maybe the timing, but it's actually the group, 75% are women. So you find that in the morning, the women bring it in the morning when they finish sweeping, because the women, their work ends at around latest by 11. They sweep, and for them, they normally bring in the morning and they go and do some other works. Yes, that is why the site is mostly, you only find men now at this time sorting, but for them, they first go home and then they come back. So do you have any testimonies with these people who pick these wastes? Yes, there is a lot. One, most of these groups, first of all, when this is like a rehabilitation center, They, instead of going to do bad things there, majority of them now know we can make money in some other activities. So we have seen people who have been rehabilitated, the people who used to actually steal from neighbors, they are no longer stealing, but they come to the center. So that is one, but also the economic growth. We have seen now youth, they no longer depend only on the salary, where like maybe they have taken long to pay them, people are crying. Yes, it's there, but it's now minimal. Because here when you come and you sell plastics, you cannot fail to at least buy soap on a daily. So the economic growth has actually is shooting up. Yes.
So how do they charge?
Yeah.
Those that bring the plastics, the bottle tops.
Now that depends on the market price at the recycling centers. But normally it's between 250 to 300 shillings, yes. So the prices up there determines what is charged down here. But also the types of plastics you bring. Not every plastic is charged the same amount. For example, if you bring dirty ones, they are not going to be charged the same amount as the clean what? The clean plastics, yes. Yeah.
So what is your call to the youth?
My call to the youth is let us get ourselves together. There is money in garbage, and there are also, it's not only actually plastics, but there are so many other activities in solid waste that you can make money out of. We are also looking at organic waste, where people can make fertilizers, where people can make products. We are not only now, we call upon youth, we still need you, because collecting plastics is not enough. We are also looking at value addition, whereby we are going to shred these plastics from the collection centers. You're able to make products out of these plastics. We are making bags out of plastic. So we want to grow and actually call on the youth that there is money here and they can make a living. So far, I'm seeing we have moved. We used to, for example, for me, I supervise here at Bwaise. Whenever it would rain, the channels would be clogged with plastics. But now, as I speak, you actually look for plastics from those channels, and sometimes you don't get them, because now people have seen there is value in these plastics. So for me, I see the future is bright. I see something is going to come out of this, and when the behavior changes and people get to know, so everything will be okay, and we shall stop littering, with continuous sensitization.
In this year's Environment Day celebrations at Coral Independence Grounds, the focus was on stopping plastic pollution today in conserving our environment.